I am Allie Van Metter,
And I'm Matt Thomas.
and we are here with Just Another Day in Paradise, Modern Day Education. This is our first episode, Volume 1, and it is the influence of technology on modern day education and instruction. So we are focused more on the educators teaching educators and about the stuff that no one teaches you, so we will. So getting a little bit into why the technology portion of modern day education and instruction is so prevalent nowadays. The technology in general is kind of implemented into the curriculums just to engage students at a higher rate than you would just an average book reading from some instructor. It doesn't really engage the students. So we kind of got on a kick together and came up with applications that we use on a daily basis that engage our students the most. Matt, do you have anything to add to that?
I'm just bouncing off of what you say. So, a lot of the times, a lot of the students that I teach, their engagement levels not going to be the greatest because they are middle school, high school students. So, I mean, I've used these applications in the classroom and they work wonders for me. And I'm sure Allie can kind of tell you about that same thing too. We do that all the time. So, I guess let's go on ahead and talk about some of the applications.
Sounds good. So, one that I really truly love is called Teachers Pay Teachers. So it is an application that you can go into, and I'm just looking at different examples, but I teach a college level occupational therapy assistant program. So I'm always looking for resources that I can utilize just for visual aids, just assisting my students in any sort of way that I can, just because the curriculum is so foreign to them. It's not every day you learn about the therapy world. So Teachers Pay Teachers. Teachers upload their resources. It ranges from free to a certain amount of money for just the cost and use of the resource, but it's a one-time fee. It does cost anything at all. And then you have access to that for the rest of eternity. So I wanted to show you just on here. I searched occupational therapy before numerous times, and there are different resources that you can go through. And obviously these are the ones that cost a little bit more than normal, especially this one. So going through these, just utilizing the most out of them, being able to share with each student individually, just based on their learning style and whatnot. So you can actually go through filter and then pick which grade, which education level, what subject you're looking for, and my favorite ones, the free ones. So going through here, and you can just find different resources that you can implement into whether it be clinical or classroom related material. So I'm going to close out of that and I'll go to my next one. My next one is Kahoot. I am obsessed with Kahoot. It's something that my students actually introduced me to. I had no idea what it was beforehand. So here's an example of what we've done. So just to kind of show you, we've done little reviews before our tests, and it seems to help everyone. All right, so essentially every single student will sign in from their mobile application, and it'll pop up. There can be numerous people. It doesn't really matter the amount of people. It maxes out maybe at 38, but I'm nowhere close to having 38 students. So starting the Kahoot, this is just an example of one of the chapters that we've gone over, but you can add a question or a statement in, and you can figure out pretty much exactly what answer you're looking for. So if you were to pick this one, the check mark will always mean correct, and then the X's will mean incorrect. And you just go through this whole entire thing, and it seems to help my students the most just because there's a review component to it. They're able to kind of tell me what they think or why they thought their answer was the reason it was. So it kind of does that back and forth collaboration component to student engagement, which you wouldn't normally get without an application. So
Mhm.
those are both of mine, and I'll let Matt share his.
So, let me get my stuff. So what I use a lot is Google Drive. Of course, everybody uses Google Drive all the time. So basically, I can create files to share with students. So basically, they can submit stuff to me, and I can go in and type and document student feedback, all that cool stuff. And then, but what Nearpod essentially is, it is essentially kind of like a presentation tool. It's a lesson maker for teachers. So, this is kind of what the Nearpod will be. So a student will enter a code on will enter this code onto their laptop. And then what Nearpod does, it's really cool, is that it will actually show the presentation on their side of it as well. And as I click the arrows, they'll see the same. But what's also really cool about Nearpod is it actually has like open-ended questions, matching pairs, labeling diagrams, quizzes, polls, and using Nearpod is kind of a blessing and a curse. Mostly a blessing because it gives you a lot of great stuff to use to make your lessons more engaging and a lot of fun. My students love it. But the curse is that sometimes with Nearpod, you can only go up to a certain maximum cloud storage, and you have to pay like I think $20 to upgrade it to silver, which I do have upgrade to Nearpod Gold, which is really cool. But yeah, I mean, Nearpod honestly is one of my personal favorite applications to use. So, Allie, do you have anything else you want to share about any of the applications?
No, I think that's it. Truly, I think we're on the same page when it comes to just implementing these integrative resources into our curriculum, just to increase student engagement. So, yeah, I think that's it.
Yeah. If you guys are interested in any of these applications that we went through tonight, feel free to shoot us some email.
Agreed. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you on episode 2.
Goodbye.